Kanye West, do you really think he's running for president in 2020?
No, because why would you wait till 2020? Why not just run now? Like, now would be a great year to run. You got this motherfucking celeb-reality star Donald Trump out there running, and his celebrity is getting him a lot of attention, so why wouldn't you do that now?
Well, because you would have had to already start.
Well, yeah, you got to start registering all that stuff like that?
No, Donald Trump started campaigning like earlier in the year.
Donald Trump ain't Kanye. Kanye could have started campaigning right after the VMAs and shot to the top, just like that, because it's celebrity.
Would you vote for Kanye West for president of the United States of America?
Shit, who knows? To be honest with you, I really don't know. But I know that his popularity and his name would have so many motherfucking kids across the country wanting to vote. All these kids that are just turning 18 now, that are all these kids that grew up on Kanye, who already believe in Kanye, who really don't know much about the fucking presidential process as it is. You know how many new voters voted for Barack? I voted for the first time with Barack Obama.
As emotional as Kanye West is, as much of his life is run by emotion with these rants and everything else like that, you would vote for this guy to run the United States of America?
These kids aren't thinking like that.
I'm not talking about these kids.
You know this isn't a talent show. So if Kanye was to jump into the presidential election, it wouldn't be a talent show about who's more skilled or who's more qualified to be president. It'd be a popularity contest.
Right. I mean, it's always somewhat of a popularity contest, but then again, this is why you have the Electoral College, because they step in and say, okay, y'all motherfuckers tripping. This is who we're going to pick.
So those guys wouldn't even allow Kanye to be president.
Right.
Because you got to think, I remember when fucking Bill Clinton went on Arsenio and played the saxophone.
Yeah.
And everybody thought he was the coolest motherfucker in the world. And that's how he got a lot of people behind him. I remember when motherfucking Barack, you think Barack is talking about Jay-Z being on his playlist? I mean, I'm sure he really does listen to that shit.
Yeah.
But when you talk about Jay-Z being on his playlist and dusting his shoulders off and, going on TV, being all cool and shit, that shit helps. Donald Trump is leading the shit right now, not because of his amazing policy, because I still don't know what the fuck his policy is.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity that's being semi-honest, and it's almost refreshing to these motherfuckers. And they're like, that's our guy. That's who we want. There's nobody that can even compete on the level of celebrity that Donald Trump has right now. And I'm shocked, because Hillary is probably just as famous.
Hillary's as famous as Barack Obama?
As Donald.
Oh, is Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can say that.
But I guess she's just not as charismatic. She don't have that celebrity factor.
To be honest, and I've been kind of researching this a little bit, everyone thought that Ronald Reagan was a joke when he first started to run. And Ronald Reagan is an actor.
And he had
there were
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. And he had a legacy that kept going because his vice president was George Bush.
Dog, the Terminator was the governor of California, the second largest fucking state in America.
And he fucked California up.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he was still there.
Yeah.
And he won, he was, how many terms did he run? Like 2? He was there for like
something like that.
A long fucking time.
Yeah.
Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor of Minnesota. The wrestler, Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor of Minnesota. Kanye West being president is not too far-fetched. It's not too much of a stretch.
I hope not.
I said
on
one of these VladTV interviews, I said, yo, one day a Kardashian will probably end up being a fucking president, the way the world is going.
All right. And, because Kim Kardashian would be the first lady if Kanye was president. It'd be the first, first lady with a sex tape, I think, in the history.
Hey, all the more
world leaders.
All the more reason people would vote for Kanye. Yo, I don't think y'all realize how fucked up and warped the thinking of the world is right now. Pop culture rules everything around us.
Right, especially with social media.
Especially with social media. Pop culture is the fucking gas that makes all this shit move right now. I don't care if it's a political thing, Black Lives Matter. Like, all of that stuff gets pushed to the side when it's a great pop culture story.
Yeah.
All the time, it never fucking fails.
Yeah. I just hope Kanye don't get elected as president.
Listen, man.
I would actually, I'm gonna tell you right now, I may have to campaign against Kanye West becoming president. Because I could just imagine Kanye going on a rant with like in a meeting with Vladimir Putin or someone like. I could just imagine him meeting with other world leaders.
But then again, Kanye might be what we need. And the reason I say that, and I'm not saying I will vote for Kanye at all, but what I'm saying is Kanye is still closer to the ground level than most politicians. You know, Kanye could sit down with a Vladimir and probably be way more diplomatic than an actual politician would. Because don't get it fucked up.
Kanye's never diplomatic.
Why not? When Kanye says things like, you know, we're all one race, which is the human race. Kanye's very embracing of other cultures. He is very embracing of the homosexual community. Like Kanye's only time Kanye gets mad is when he feels like he's being blocked from something. Kanye probably could sit down and Vladimir would probably like Kanye more than he likes dealing with any of these motherfucking Democrats or Republicans. Vladimir would probably sit down with Kanye and kick it and have a beer and laugh and joke and talk about whatever, go ride fucking bears together as opposed to wanting to kick it with Barack or Hillary. Like sometimes, man, all that policy and all that bullshit got to go out the window because truthfully, what is America's agenda? Because America's agenda is different for different people.
Right.
Like Hillary's agenda don't have nothing to do with us.
Right.
Barack's agenda don't necessarily have anything. There's nobody that has an agenda just for a certain demographic, a certain group. Like they're all catering to a certain, like George Bush was for the rich, period. Rich, the 1% of America love George Bush. Well, what about the rest of us? Kanye probably can sit there and talk to Vladimir with an overall arching American view that's probably a better reflection of anything Barack or Hillary could say.
Yeah, I don't know if I want Kanye to be in charge of our military, to have access to our nuclear weapons, all that type of stuff. Like I said, he's way too emotional. He's way too emotional. You can't, you know, Kanye is great as an artist because he is emotional.
So what is he gonna do, go to war?
Yes.
We seen that.
Yes.
George Bush did that a couple times.
Absolutely.
Barack did that. What is he gonna do, fuck up the economy? George Bush did that too. Like Kanye can't do no worse than anything we've seen in the past fucking 16 years.
I suppose. I suppose. I am announcing that I am not supporting Kanye West for president right now. This is what Vlad is saying right now.
I'm not against it.
You're not against it?
I gotta see how it plays out.
We'll just be at odds when it comes to that. I'm good with that.
I gotta see how it plays out.